Okay, this is 115 Kitty Hawk. And you can see there's, at the end of the street here, there's an option if they want to keep on going, they can expand the neighborhood that way. All the houses are pretty much the same. There's only a few different floor plans, and sometimes they just mirror image them so that it looks a little bit more different, but this is basically what you've got. Sort of some of the problems that I've got with these are about $40 per square foot cheaper than any other new construction in the city, and that's such a significant difference that it you know, if it's too good to be true kind of thing. They have sold two. This one has been sold, and this one. This one was friends of a previous client of mine, and they were afraid she was getting taken advantage of. They asked me if I would just look at the deal, and when she was coming to do her final walkthrough, they told her she could not have anybody else with her. It could only be her doing the final walkthrough. They made her go through their lender. It was an odd situation, but as far as the house goes, do a walkthrough here. It's on the surface, it's not bad. It's just that they have made it as cheap as they possibly could. Well, there we go. Sorry. Which, I mean, I want to say most builders would do that, but at the same time, most of the builders here take things a step up, not a step back. So right as you first walk in, you have a little hallway to the right. You have your thermostat. You have a linen closet. And then we have two bedrooms. Each one of these, there's no ceiling fan, just one single LED can light. And then you have a closet with a hanger there. And then we have our guest bathroom. Again, no light fixture over the mirror like you normally have, no decorative mirror, just a very plain rectangle cut, two LED lights, toilet, and then just an plastic insert tub shower combo. One of the things I've always noticed is the thickness of this. The average countertop is around 1.25 to 1.5 inches. This is just under 1/2 inch. So it's extremely thin compared to what most kitchen countertops and bathroom countertops are. This is the second guest bedroom. A little bit bigger closet in this one. No light though. Okay. As we roll around the corner here, we've got our AC closet. They did get a good local company to come in and put these in. I do know that. What I don't understand is this was installed in all of them, and I'm assuming maybe they put it there not knowing if they're going to do electric or gas furnaces here, and most everything in this city is electric furnaces, so that's just sitting there. Not a huge deal, but it's just a little bit odd. Next door over is a coat closet. Okay. And then before we get on to the other, we have our third guest bedroom. Same closet as that second one. Your neighbors are a little bit close. Like there's not a lot of room between this house and the next one, which most of our neighborhoods here are just a little bit bigger than that. Your laundry room is right here. Should have already had that light on. Your washer hookups, your dryer hookups, but there's nothing else. No shelving, no anything else. Usually they at least put the same type of hanging shelf that is in the closets. All right. That's the front door we came in, and then here is the garage. Again, for the entire garage, you have one LED light. And this is it. This is as finished as the garage is going to be. Most every other builder paints these. They'll put some shelves in here. This is what you get. They also, usually most builders will put in attic pull-down stairs right here. They just have a square cut hole and a little cover plate. And then of course your electric water heater for some reason is up on this, which I don't understand. It is a good brand at least. And it looks like they've insulated the pipes, which that's good. But because of where they put this light, it casts this giant shadow of the motor. So this is as bright as your garage will ever be, unless you come in and put more lights. And it's like I say, it's just all these little tiny cheap cuts that they've made, which, I mean, you might be fine with that to get a cheaper price on a home, because like I said, it is around for new construction, it's about $40 per square foot cheaper than anything else. So you can either use this as a dining area or a living room. I think they typically want or expecting this to be a living room and that to be a formal dining, but the way they've done it, you really could use it either way. It is a low, like this countertop is below my hip, so it's not very high up off the ground. And then we still have the very thin countertop there. It is a single basin sink, which most people love that, but it's just not very deep. Usually when you do these, you make them pretty deep so that your bigger pots can fit in there easier, and it's just not that way. There's no handles. There's a switch here for a garbage disposal, but there's no garbage disposal. So I guess it's pre-wired for one if you wanted one. But another way that they save money is there's no pull handles. You just sort of have to just sort of pull. There's no little cutout or lip. Usually when they're like this, there's like a little indentation so you can put your fingers in, but here you just have to grab it the best you can. No refrigerator. You do have a nice little pantry spot here, and there's a light. LG appliances. I know the top is LG. Did they match them? I see nothing here. I do believe that's LG. Yeah, it is. Okay. So it is an LG stove and matching microwave. And then it is, just to be sure, yeah, LG as well. So all the appliances do match at least. Although I'm trying to make sure it's just not the light. This is a darker kind of matted chrome versus this being like the normal brighter. You can kind of see the differences, how light it is there, and it's sort of dark here. But spot for a fridge. And most builders these days, most of them will put one in, or at least we can negotiate that and make it a part of the deal. I know their deals here, it is what you, there's no negotiating anything, from what I've understood. Master bedroom. And again, one single LED can light, no multiple lights. Usually most of these will have like 4 of those and then still a ceiling fan with a light, but that's it. Master bathroom. No door or shower curtain or anything. It's up to you to put up what you want there. Toilet, and then it's open, no cabinets or anything, just open linen here. They did put a frosted window over that. Same countertops and cabinets that we saw in the others. Again, same mirror, no light fixtures up here. And you have 2 LEDs here, and then this LED is a LED fan combo. So that's because it's code that you have a moisture wicking fan, and it's sort of all in one. So the fan kind of pulls around the light bulb. And then we have our master closet. It's fairly decent sized. All right, let's see. I think that just leaves us the outside. Let's take a step out here. So you do have a little covered patio here. Horrible day to do this. It's been raining all day, so at least it's stopped right now. So no fences yet. I don't know if they're going to allow them or not, but most of the builders start putting fences up automatically, like wood privacy fences, but none of these have that. Your property line is going to end right where this little, I don't know if you can even see it in the video. I'm trying to see it myself on the screen, but there's little pink flagpoles there. They're only going to do the sod up to this point. So from here to that little pink stake right there, that is not going to have any extra sod. The grass is just going to have to grow. And it's a pretty steep slope from up here down to these lots behind you. They'll build a house right here directly behind you. All of these will eventually get built if they start selling, because these have been up for a while and only 2 have sold. I think most people have come out and looked at the build quality compared to any other builder. And there's other builders I wouldn't want to build me a home, but these are just done in a less expensive manner. It's a massive company. I think they do a lot. There's other companies like them, like Stone Martin Builders. They buy in huge quantities. They'll buy a couple of 100 toilets, and that's the toilets they'll use in every house that they build for, until they run out of them. So they buy in huge bulk, but it's not the top end or even a step up from builder's grade. To me, it's honestly, builder's grade would be better than what they build these with. However, having said all that, it is an affordable new construction. As I mentioned to the lady who bought across the way and felt like she was getting taken advantage of, they were not going to let her out of her contract. And I said, well, it is a new home. You just have to be prepared. If you had bought a used home, you would have to be prepared to take on any repairs that might come up yourself. And so kind of the same here. I would not expect them to live up to any kind of warranty. I usually on a new construction, you get a 1-year builder's warranty, and I would highly doubt they're going to come back for much of anything on these. And then, yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions on these, absolutely let me know. Give me a call or send me a text, and we can try to find any answers that you might need, or talk about if these are still very interesting to you, because it, like I say, it is a new home, and it is a lot cheaper than most any other build in our area for sure. So just let me know if you have any questions, or if you want to try to move forward with these or something, and we'll absolutely make a game plan.